It's a full moon, and the sky is starry. But it's also pouring with rain. You can't win. Even out of a sky with no cloud, it still rains. Anyway, I'm out here at midnight, flooding the fields, because I'm trying to prevent any yield loss. It looks like if you leave it until morning, it's too late. You actually do lose some of the yield. So I'm going to go to bed now, and in the morning we can crack on with a bit of work. At least the weather is good during the daytime. So what has changed between June and July, I wonder? Obviously we have now moved on through the growing season, so we're getting much closer to harvest. I don't think we're harvesting this month, but we should certainly be harvesting next month. I'll just quickly check and see what the situation is. Yes, we definitely do have more losses in these fields. I think it's natural though, it must be natural. And yes, next month is harvest month. So, what we are going to do is, first of all, check up on the productions. We need to check up on the temple, although, as I said in the previous episode, I don't think we're going to be ready yet to actually do anything with that. Need to make sure that everything is still going fine here. It looks like it is. Yep, still got 13,000 litres of water, although we do need to get more water out of the paddy field before that is empty, because as soon as it's ready to harvest, the water will be drained. Yep, bales are here, that's all good. So I don't think anything else is going to be an issue, because I did give a lot of wood to the sawmill. Yep, I've still got plenty. Everything else is looking quite fine. I could, however, potentially make another product out of something that we're growing here. There must be something else that we can do from what we're growing, or maybe not. Yeah, maybe not. Okay, so it looks like the chili peppers, garlic, cabbages and onions and everything, that is all just for kimchi. Kimchi it is. Wonderful. Okay, so quickly let's go over to the temple and we'll find out exactly what is happening over there. It hasn't been too long since I delivered the cement, so I wouldn't expect too much. Nope. 3,884 litres left to process, so we don't need to do anything with that, although maybe there's been some kind of progress update, although usually it is at the end of each phase that we actually do see the difference, but maybe there's some kind of structure, foundation. No, okay. Look what's up here. Well, these must be the collectibles which I have already found, I'm guessing, because I can't collect them again. So it looks like when we do build the temple, we are going to get some kind of display of them, possibly. I'm desperate now to get this temple finished. We just need to wait until it has processed the cement, and as soon as it's done that, it'll probably be requesting bricks and stuff like that. But we'll just have to see. So what? Oh, good grief! Whilst we wait, we'll try and recover this thing. This thing needs to go on the roof of the shed for decoration, because it's just, we've outgrown it, to put it politely. It's just not suitable for what we need it for anymore. Come on, little thing. The IBC which it's got on the back is almost empty anyway, so yes, it's really not heavy, but it's still not too happy with it. So I think just to put it out at its misery, it would be good to get that IBC to fall off. Let's see here. Oh no, I've lost control. Oh, I thought I was going to end up on my side again. There we go. It has deposited an IBC of herbicide. So yeah, I don't want to get rid of it because I do quite like it, but at the same time it's not useful. So I'm going to get the telehandler and I'm going to put it on this roof over here, and I think it will look really good for display purposes. As for which way we're going to angle it, I think probably sort of like this. Yeah, probably like that. But it doesn't really matter. Once we get it up there, I'll be able to manoeuvre it and we'll be able to decide what looks the best. Of course, please do comment down below once I have put it into position and let me know if you're happy with where it is. If enough people say they think it looks terrible and it needs to be moved, then I will move it. Okay, set my tines quite wide so I can slide underneath. And let's put it up there. If nothing else, it just shows where the farm began. Yeah, so if we get back into that, driving around on the shed roof, oh, don't fall off. Yeah, so I was thinking just, oh, that was close, just like that, align it with that corner, it's facing into the corner. In fact, we could even put the wheel close to the edge, switch the engine off, and yeah, I think it looks good. It does look good. So it's now a display piece. We should have siphoned its tank. So as I've looked at everything, I don't think there's a great deal that I can actually do in July. I think we are going to have to move on to harvest month. Let me just double check those mushrooms. Yeah, they've got plenty of water. That's fine then. We've got the workshop now. This place has changed. We could spend more money on the materials for this, but no, not yet. Not yet. It will be done. That shed will be finished, I promise. But it will be a little while. So yeah, let's go to bed and whoa! And that will teach me for not looking left and right. No Daggerwins were harmed in the making of this video. 8 o'clock. It's going to be a busy month. August is always a busy month for us, and we do need to prepare for September when we're going to be drilling and putting our next crops in. But I don't want to get ahead of myself because that is a little while away. And I have not overlooked the contracts. In fact, I do want to do a wood transport contract because they do look quite tempting. So hopefully we can do that at some point. Yeah, that would be good. Hopefully we'll be able to do that. But we just need to make sure now that we are prioritising our own farm. So once we've got the money... Ah, these cars are still there. Once we've got the money in, it's all going to be good. And yes, my tractor is still in the middle of that field. I should have brought that home. I also do want a trailer. There is a trailer in the sale, conveniently. Well, that seems too good to ignore. Also, there is a drill, a seeder here. It is a direct seeder. 9 meters working with, but it requires 415 horsepower. That would have been absolutely amazing to have. Ah, missed opportunity kind of, although it was never going to happen. Far too early in the series. Yeah, we'll go different with the cover colour. 15,000 for that. So I'm going to have to just leave my spreader here for now, but we'll come and get it another time. I'll take my trailer and we'll be using that for harvest. Because I am trying to keep my truck as a flatbed full time. Looks quite good with the red cover. After all, it is a Rudolph, so red nose and all that. The combine is ready. Now, the combine itself is fully serviced and it has been refueled, but the header does need a bit of work. So we'll just do a quick bit of work on the header so we don't lose any yield. Repair that for £2,000. As you can see, everything else is perfect. Paint condition doesn't even count. I don't know how it's possible to be quite so bad. It's right at the bottom of the gauge. It doesn't look... like if it was at the bottom of the gauge, you'd expect it just to be rust. And that still looks pretty good to me. I would not be paying to have that painted. So there we go. Yes, everything is perfect. I've just been taking a look at the fields, and every single one except for the 2 long grain rice fields are ready. So we can do the oats and we can do the standard rice. The rice will just be sold directly. I'm not going to put it through a production. We're not going to put it into this preserved food production. It didn't really seem worth it. So it looks like, yeah, long grain rice is going to be done in September. Seem to remember it was ready at the same time as the other stuff last year, but maybe I'm just early. Maybe I'm just early with the oats and stuff. I'm saying stuff a lot. So, yes, I wish I could upgrade, but then we will be upgrading in the future when we can afford it. We just don't have the luxury of having unlimited funds so that we can just buy everything. I was going to put this on a worker, and well, actually maybe I will, because I do need to bail. Yeah, well, I'll put it on a worker. I wanted to start with the headland. That should be fine. We need to cart, and we need to also bale. So, and we need to harvest the the rice over here. That would be the job of the Ezeki, which is in the shed. Yeah, so we need the Matty Ferguson with the trailer. let's get that taken down there. I'll just drop off the trailer at the side of the field, and then we will get the baler. Of course, we really are benefiting from owning our own baler. Even though it only produces the smallest round bales, it's still so much better than having to rent. And because it is a fully fertilised field of oats, that's probably going to fill up quite quickly. So we might have to keep stopping and swapping over. I could even put the trailer on the Merlot. It depends how often we have to keep swapping. Yeah, we'll see. Right, baler. Let's get the baler. At the same time, I need to be careful not to drop bales in the path of the worker, otherwise it's probably going to get upset. And I don't want it to just sit around. That's just annoying. But once this oat field is done, I will do that rice field. There it is. Yeah, it proves we're starting to grow because I'm starting to lose things. I do need another shed for implements, an implement shed. We do still have some hay in the baler. That will just be automatically converted to straw when we start baling, so that's not a problem. But I don't have any more round bale nets. I think we'll have enough for this year, but when we do need to buy more, we can just buy a pallet. I actually do have baler twine for the for the square balers, but that was a bit of a change of plan because that was a conventional baler, and the only one which I could afford was a round baler. So we will need it in the future, but not yet. Okay, I do love this tree. I've said this before. I think just the setting with that tree there, it just looks good. Nice golden crop, a green tree. It is always about the simple things, isn't it? I do like the simple things. Right, worker, are you doing okay? You're fully serviced, so really there's no excuses. Right, bale number 1. The headland bales, I'm going to have to try and deposit really on the headland, like out the field even. On the grass headland. I don't know why I missed that bit. Interesting. But yeah, I've noticed this before. Workers, when doing the headlands, are really slow. There's a serious amount of manoeuvring. So that's probably as far as we can go for now. I will wait to get the message to say that it's full, or close to full. In the meantime, we can get cracking with this. We only have one paddy field to do, so it's going to be really fast. And actually, we probably won't even have enough to fill the trailer, so we'll just stick it in the tipping trailer, the truck trailer. It's also quite a slow machine. But I do like it. I think it is a nice addition to the game. Right, so into the worker menu. I think it's already figured everything out for us, so that's wonderful. We'll set that GPS line. And we'll go. Oh, look at that. I don't believe it. So I stayed up until midnight, every single night, and I made sure that the field was always flooded to the optimum amount. And yet we still have withered bits. So, correct me if I'm wrong, but am I right in saying that you literally cannot get a perfect field anymore? You can't win. Because I've done everything. I worked very hard to get this field to be perfect this year. Oh yeah, the whole field is covered with them. Interesting. Very interesting. So I think that is a change that's happened since I first got early access to the game, because when I first played it wasn't like that. And even the first field which I planted myself wasn't like that. So it wasn't like it was just the first field that was pre-sown and ready to go. Very interesting. Right, so let's continue. I will keep an eye on the notifications to make sure that we are not missing out on that combine becoming full. But yeah, you can see it's still over there. Headlands are slow with workers. So, just keeping the combine nice and empty, and then we're going to have to go and reconfigure the trailer. Not this one, the one for the truck. And that should be enough to be able to do the transporting of the rice, hopefully. Although, yeah, things don't usually work out that well for me, but I'm hoping this time we will have a big enough capacity on that to be able to transport the entire field. It is only one paddy field after all, so I'm quite hopeful. Oats are good. Oats do yield very high, so we're going to get quite a lot out of this field. Especially as I've now expanded it. It's much bigger than it used to be. So I will pop this over here. We will jump into the truck. We will reconfigure that trailer to have bigger sides. And we'll unload. Certainly handy having the workshop right here. So, customize, extension. Oops. Yeah, you can have a cover as well for if you're transporting perishable items and pallets that really do not want to be getting wet. But for what we're doing, just the open-sided trailer is fine. Let's see if it's all going to fit. We still have that to squeeze into there as well. Judging by how it's going, I would say it is all going to fit. But I don't want to speak too soon, because I have a bad habit of doing that. Oh yes, it's definitely going to fit. Yes, now I can guarantee it. It's only a third full. So we'll just pop that there. And we will jump back into this. Get it started up again. Oh, no. Wrong line. And we're off. Yeah, so these, I don't know if I should call them ghosts or chef's hats. From a distance they sort of look like a chef's hat. But yeah, there's too many. What can we do to reduce them? What is it that I can do, which I haven't done so already, to prevent the losses? Maybe it's just natural that we lose that much. I really don't know. That is the rice which got transplanted, done for another year. Yeah, only one paddy field of that this year. I didn't really plan enough to do more, but I'm quite happy with that. The reason why I say that is because I didn't have enough saplings over there. I was selling them, but I don't regret anything. I think it's still good to have the long grain rice as well, which I put in with the tractor and drill. So here we go. Let's get our grand total on the rice. We'll go and make some money out of it. The price should be good. You can put it into that preserved food factory. You can make rice bags. But, well, Chainsaw 100 did it and he said it wasn't really worth it, so I won't do it. There's no point. I think he did make a big loss, actually. Anyway, here we go. Let's check the prices. Rice. Yeah, so it peaks at 3,400. There is someone actually offering 3,500. Yeah, 3,504. 3,549 at the canning factory. Yeah, that sounds good. We'll take that. It's not even half full, this trailer. Maybe I didn't even need to reconfigure it, but just to play it safe. Doesn't look like much, but it's still going to be worth a fair amount. Money that we need. Then we can get back and we can continue baling. I'll probably have to unload the combine first, but then, yeah, we can crack on with the baling. It is harvest month. And then it would be good to start looking into a couple of contracts. I think the wood transportation one is tempting. I just don't know how easy it's going to be. We could probably just use the telehandler and a grab instead of using the trailer with a grab, because I always struggle with that. I could probably speed up the process and just do it with our own stuff. We don't have to borrow machinery. I could just use our own stuff, and I probably will, although it's always nice to try out more different machinery. I managed to take a wrong turn. But we're here now. Exciting. I always love to see how much money we're going to make. Although it can at the same time be quite disappointing when you find out it was nothing like what you wanted. But about 10,000 for this, that's what I'm expecting. 8, 6, 10. Okay, well, slightly disappointed, as I said, but still very good. Let's get back. That was, after all, just one pretty small paddy field. Are you going to fold back up again? That's weird. Oh, I should probably check these 2 long grain rice paddy fields. We still need to get the water out of those as well. So let me just double check to make sure it's still flooded. Oh, you can't flood it anymore. Oh, I've missed it. I've missed my opportunity. I was going to get the tanker and do the water pumping. How annoying. Still, we have the sea, and salty water seems to do them good, somehow. Yeah, that's weird. But I'm not complaining, because it's an easy source of water for us. So that can go there. We can jump into the telehandler, which is now our carting machine, and then we can jump into the tractor, and we can bale everything which is already produced here, all this straw. And yeah, I keep forgetting to do it. I keep forgetting to look into the draw distance. I'll do it in a second. I'll leave the game in just 1 second, and I'll see if I can see if draw distance can be increased. Because at the moment it doesn't look that good. You can see the straw sort of vanishes halfway up the field, and it will suddenly appear again as we get closer. This trailer of oats will go into the silo, and it's going to have to wait until the price peaks unless we can find another production for oats. But at this stage, I think getting the grain mill is out of the question. Oh no, it's too fast for my Merlot. My foot's to the floor. It's left me behind. Oh, well, I think it was mostly empty. We'll have to catch up with it later. Yeah. So, back into the Matthew Ferguson. This is exactly my point about needing another tractor, because what we would do is we'd have this tractor on the trailer, and then we'd have a more powerful tractor doing the baling or another cultivation job. I need a tractor which is about 300 to 400 horsepower, as well as this one. That's what we're working towards. Here comes the next bale. Pop it out the back. Wonderful. And I'd expect there to be quite a few. So, how many do you think? I think there's going to be... Oh, I didn't reset the counter. Oh. Well, we've had 2, so we'll just add 2 onto the figure. But this field, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we get about 25. We'll see. It's almost full, but I can't chase it up the hill, so it's probably going to have to stop, and, well, we're going to have to swap over. The tractor's going to have to pull this back up to the silo, because I don't think this is going to do it. It might do, but it wouldn't be fast. It would be extremely slow once it gets onto the top of that hill, the brow of the hill. In fact, we might not even be able to get it emptied here, because the combine might... Yep, the combine's going to overtake me again. I might just stop the combine then for this final piece. Although it's probably not much point, is there? Also, I was going to try something else out. No, you continue, combine. Let me just try something. If we jump into this baler, and then align ourselves with a straw swath. If I go on steering assist and set our working width to 6 meters, which is the same as the combine, keep that as 1. Yeah, providing it's the same direction, which it isn't, that's annoying, then we might have been able to follow the straw swath. I don't know what direction this thing's trying to go at. It's just automatic. It seems to be different for a combine than it. But actually, Giants say that you can't even use a baler, but that would have probably worked if we had the same direction. I'm not too sure, because it's not just like the angle that it actually turns. The combine is turning. So it could have worked, but it's not going to work. Yeah, because you can see the curve. You can see the curve that it's produced. It's not just sticking on one angle. So, yeah, can't do baling on GPS. Would have been good. But to be fair, I probably would have used it once and then not used it again. Anyway, let that combine finish off over there. Should be enough space in the tank. And then, yeah, we'll have to swap over to the trailer, as mentioned. Well, there's no rush. We could just do all this straw here until we get to it. No rush to unload it. Just as long as the worker goes home and doesn't just sit there, using our money up, as it likes to do. You know, easy work. My bales are rolling. Now, we might actually end up getting an auto stacker, well, renting an auto stacker next time for these. Especially if I can cut the grass fields as well. Then we could also move those round bales from those grass fields with the same rental. That would make it worthwhile. Anyway, we have just the 2 left to do. Let me just switch that off. I'm going to have to keep tabbing to that, even though it's just on the roof. Yeah, so I'll take the combine up there. There's no point bringing the trailer back down again. And I will try to pull that trailer up the hill with the Merlot. It will be a very interesting test. I did only service it in the previous episode, so it's maximum power. It's going to have maximum power. So if there's any time it can do it, now is the time. And I really wish I could afford to buy that field there. It just seems like the perfect next field to get, but because it incorporates all of that forest behind, it's pushed the price up massively to, I think, over £200,000. It's not just that one field. There's a very angry van behind. Yeah, I probably should try and approach this from the other side. It would actually work. If I went forwards up into there, it would work. But I always seem to be approaching from this direction. But, there we go. That's the first load into there. The second bit to be harvested is first into the silo. Nasty crack in the road there, look. Oh dear. Right. Are we there? No. Now we are. So, we will be using this again next time in the long grain rice field, but for now we'll just pop it here. Right, Merlot, let's see what you can do. I could go that way, it's not as steep that way. But then we'd have more traction on tarmac, on asphalt, so let's just try it. I'm not holding out a great deal of hope. I think it's probably too much for it, After all, it is 16,500 litres of oats on a telehandler. I know it's a very, very capable telehandler, but even so. Wow. That's amazing. That is absolutely amazing. That is brilliant. Okay, well, clearly it worked. I've put a bit of mud on the road. I think those tyres have been gripping tight, but it did it. It actually did it. I love the sound effects. You can actually hear the trailer making noises as you drive over things. So that is all of our oats for this year. Obviously nowhere near as much as last year, because we've put the other fields to different uses. But it's still not bad. It is not bad at all. We have managed to get... Oh, where are oats? 22,228? That's more than when we had multiple fields. That's really good. So that's all because I expanded that field and made it as productive as possible. That has certainly paid off. Okay, so we'll finish off this baling. We still don't know the total. I'm going with 25, but we need to add 2 to whatever it's showing. Oh, we're immediately full. Go up, go down, and we're done. Okay, I'll tell you what we're on. We're on currently 24, so we're actually on 26. So my guess is 25 at the moment. Wasn't too far off. But of course we are going to get ever so slightly further away from my prediction. As we produce more bales. We probably will only get 2 or 3 more. Here comes another one. I would like to put a different crop in this field this coming year. I think it would be good to not keep doing oats and soybeans. We only did do soybeans once actually, but it's still something that we've done. So it would be good to do something different. We could put in canola. I haven't done canola yet, and that will have to go in September, so very, very soon. But the plan is to get a direct seeder. We might end up just selling our seeder and renting one for this year. That would probably actually be a good idea. That would work out quite well. But I haven't given that too much thought at the moment. Oh no, a bale. One of my rollaways has ended up in my swath. You get over there, you naughty bale. So we're not going to hit that last one, are we? It's not going to quite fill it. So close, but we ended up with 28. Showing 26, but actually 28. I'd say that was quite an achievement. They just need to be tidied up. But for today, for the rest of the day, I'm going to go and check out the temple. We're going to go and see if it actually has processed all of our cement that we gave it. If it has, we need to move on to the next phase. Look at that up there. I don't know. Does it look good? Does it look bad? I think it looks good. But then, everybody has a different opinion. And yeah, just because I think it looks good, maybe everybody else thinks it looks appalling. Ah, dear. I know I do some fairly odd things. So yeah, why am I tabbing? We need to teleport to the temple, which is just over here. Oh, it's so close. 254 litres, so we can probably just speed up time a bit. I don't want to move on to the next month. Yeah, I think we can get it to phase 2. I would expect in phase 2 it's going to want bricks. It's going to want cement bricks and cement bags again. It might want planks, but if it does, I've already delivered them. So, here we go. It does want planks, and it's taken the planks. So it's a good job we already delivered those. It wanted beams as well. Already delivered them. Oh no. It wants 12,000 litres of cement bags. Oh dear, oh dear. Well, it actually wants 11 because it's already got 1,000, but I will give it 12. If we can afford it, and I don't think we can. I don't think we can afford 12 bags yet. We do get a refund partially when we deliver them, but 12 bags. That's actually, we'd have to do that in 2 payments as well, because that is too much. I think, yeah, this only goes up to 10. Yeah, it's 45,000 just for 10 bags, and it wants 12. So, yeah, we'd have to do that again. It's gonna be 50,000. No, it's gonna be more than that. 55,000. So, of course, it doesn't need it all in one go, but I would like to make some more money first. It does want to be given it as soon as possible. Because it has moved on to stage 2, maybe we can now see some progress. Does anything look different? It must be different in some way, because it's just processed the materials that it had. Maybe it is doing something and I've just not really kept track of what it's done. Maybe it has done something. I'm not sure. Well, it must be doing something somewhere. It's just going to be probably quite a slow process. Anyway, yeah, we will we'll make some more money next time, I hope. I should probably just get down to the sea, actually, and get a bit more water for the mushrooms and for the other greenhouses. I was just thinking, yes, we probably do have quite a lot of planks and beams and stuff to sell there, so we probably do have the money. So hopefully in the next episode, the first thing we can do is get the planks and beams, take them to the temple. That will give us a good chunk of money, and then we can buy the materials that it requires, the cement. We've also got mushrooms to sell as well, and actually we've got kimchi. We've got kimchi to sell, and the kimchi is worth quite a lot. So, and also next time, well, when we've done the harvest, we'll also have long grain rice to sell, which we'll be selling straight off the field. So yeah, next episode we will certainly be able to get phase 2 underway of the temple build. But for this particular episode, we're not going to do it, because we need to just get a little bit more money in first. We'll get water, we'll keep those greenhouses going. Let's put some tracks in the sand. Lay some clues. Who stole the seawater? That is certainly a massive improvement. Having the Grand Deformation, really do like that. Oh no, this is the first time I've got seawater with my narrow tyres on. Will that affect how the tractor performs pulling it out of here? Because I have actually got stuck before getting out of here, and that was with the wide tyres. So will it make it worse? Will it make it better? Will it be exactly the same? Let's see. Because it is quite heavy. Yep, seems to be about the same. I don't think I see a performance difference. So yeah, at least we didn't get stuck. That would be annoying. I should probably set this back to selling, because we've got plenty of pallets. It also doesn't take too much water, only 10%. So yeah, greenhouse for rice saplings. We want to change the output to selling. These ones which have already spawned should stay here, so we'll have them for next time if we want them. And then next stop is going to be the mushrooms, and anything which is left can go into the greenhouse over there, which is growing chili, garlic, onions and cabbage. Can't get enough of that cabbage. Right, everything seems to be fine. It doesn't. Nothing is really demanding that much water that quickly. This greenhouse over here demands the most because it's growing the most produce. But even so, it doesn't want that much. So we are keeping things going. Anyway, this area's changed, hasn't it? It's going to change a lot more though when we buy that field. We'll just spread that way. I'm expecting our enclosures, our milking parlours and everything to be here somewhere. But we just have to be able to afford this first. And, well, I have shown it before, but it's £275,000, and you can see how much of that plot is actually not a field. It's all just forest, and some of it is actually inaccessible, like it's just a massive rock. So we would actually be paying partially for a rock. A very decorative rock, though. It looks good. So anyway, there we go. We've done the water. We've done everything else. I think we're now ready. yeah, we're ready to end this episode, but next time I'll have several different products loaded up, ready to go. We'll make a load of money, and then we'll be able to progress even further. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it, and until next time, see you again very soon. Bye for now.